was kind of a detour in a completely different direction again. Wedgie. Oh, fuck. Okay, so what I was actually originally talking about before my mom came in, and there we go, there is the, right, so she kind of just walks in and she'll check up on me, especially when I'm in, like, a really, really bad mood, because she thinks I'm gonna just fucking slice my wrists open and kill myself. Which is funny, because at the same time, when she thinks I'm completely fine, I'm usually not, so I could literally do that at any given point in time. So, little green bug. So that kind of just proves that she only cares when she, like, knows to care. But, I mean, okay, so I get that a lot of people are probably gonna look at that and go, hey, you're wrong, or wow, treat your mom with some respect, or, like, you know, all the things that could come out of that, where people go, like, oh, fuck. I mean, there's so many different types of people in the world. You're gonna have people who go, like, that's your fault, like, ugh. Sorry, I'm just closing my damn window because I'm done with getting attacked by little green bugs. Yeah. Okay. So I get that there are gonna be people who are gonna, like, wow, you actually have it really, really well, or your mom really does care about you, or any of that. But the thing is, like, you don't know my mom, and you don't know me. I mean, you may think you know me, because I'm pretty fucking uptight and personal, or up close and personal. But in reality, you don't know my personality. Nope. Maybe, okay. You don't know me. You haven't been in a room with me. You haven't had a conversation with me that's, like, out of nowhere. You haven't, you know, you haven't felt me for yourself. Which, not in any kind of sexual sense, I'm talking about, like, a spiritual sense. And I'm not trying to sound cringy and, like, hippie-ish or any of that. I'm, like, trying to be real with you here, where you feel vibes from people, you get different senses from people, you know a person's character if you've been in a room with them. You know, like, no matter how hard you try and, like, no, you just do it subconsciously, get over yourself. But anyway, so you really don't know me. And it kind of, yeah, you don't know my mom either, so it's like when anyone else looks at the situation and then they're kind of like, wow, you're wrong, you're just being a piece of trash kid. Or it's like any situation when it comes to school or any life situation where people on the outside don't know. And they think they know because of the way you act around them, or you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they think they know, but they really don't. No matter how fucking close you get to someone, you don't know. Unless they get technology that lets you just fucking, like, strap on a helmet and become the other person for fucking right. But I feel like that would actually be really dangerous, because then something could go wrong in your brain and then you would adapt to their brain and then you would become them subconsciously, and then you would forget about yourself, because your brain is actually a really untangible thing. Your brain is literally like fluid, liquid, space goo, and it's just like this magical thing inside your head that, like, functions on electricity, and I don't even know how we're all alive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously there's some kind of science out there that proves that, and I'm just fucking ignorant and whatever, and I don't care enough to actually pay attention to it, but you know what I mean? Basically, we're all running on magic. No matter how you look at it, that's the only thing that I can tell you here, right? And it's just, like, your brain is just, it's fucking the clouds and the damn sky and stardust, and it's going on up in here in this huge fucking swirl of insanity, okay? And so if you were able to try and fucking figure out someone else's brain, you'd fuck yourself over, and you would just slowly morph into that person. It's kind of along the theory of, if you tell someone a crime and tell them that they committed it, they'll believe they committed it, or like phantom itch. You're like, oh yeah, I have head lice, and then someone's like, what? You have what now? You have head lice? And you're like, yes, I have head lice. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, yeah. So you can't actually get that close to someone, and you can't actually know everything about them. You can't. You cannot. Don't even try and fucking fool yourselves. Don't you even fucking think that you are better than anyone else, because guess what? We're all equivalent on the fucking shitty existence that we have. Anyways, so, okay, what were we, I was talking about, like, a werewolf before my mom came in, the kid, and the magical powers, and the whatever, and I was like, oh, because I try and, like, build myself as a super person, but then I was like, no, this is actually facts, that my body is, so this isn't me bullshitting, and this isn't me being, like, delusional or any of that, that's, like, legit there, is that my body is, like, kind of more hyper, and then something, and then I was like, so I feel like or maybe I don't, I don't know, I feel like maybe I feel feelings stronger or something along those lines, or maybe I don't, and you know what I think it might be? I mean, everyone feels feelings differently, and they come to the conclusion that they are normal or not normal, right? Like, they're like, oh yeah, this is me, I am normal. It's kind of like the idea that wow, also, by the way, okay, so this theory has actually been around apparently for a really long time, but I didn't know that when I was in, like, grade 3, but I actually just sat there and I used to be, like, this really fucking wild thinker when I was younger. I mean, a lot of young kids are, you know, but, like, I was really out there. So it'd basically be like, fuck me. I cannot believe that I just, okay, cause my, like, iPod is gonna, like, fucking run out of video space, and so I just put it all on my computer, and then I was like, ha 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 ha, I'm gonna, like, switch it over to another folder, and then delete the stuff in the iPod, and that way I'd have more space on my iPod, and then I deleted the folder that I just spent, like, fucking 20 minutes, like, you know what I mean? You know? Anyways, that hurt. Okay, but it's good, it undeleted, we're good. Okay, I used to be, like, a really vast thinker, so, okay, so either way, if you just kind of remember the part I was talking about how the, like, feelings and then how hard you feel the feelings, you think that they are normal because you are in your own brain and you know your body and you can't know anyone else's body, so you just assume what you're going through is normal, you know? Okay, so because it's kind of the same idea as, so everyone could see colors differently, but you would never know because we were taught that they were all the same. Like, you could see colors in different shades or any of that, which is weird, because how do you know when someone's colorblind? Anyways, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to think about it, I just don't want to go there, not today. Anyways, actually, I was, like, in, like, 3rd grade, and we were staring at this wall, and there was, like, it was, like, we were in a different classroom, we were in, like, a kindergarten classroom or something to get, like, flu shots, and I remember sitting there staring at the walls because I hate needles, so I was trying not to pay attention to the needles, and I was looking at this wall, and it was like a tree with colors on it, right, like a visual aid for children and whatnot, and it was a tree, but it was like a pink tree or something, like, it was something really weird where the colors were obviously, like, you were like, why? Because it was like a pink tree or something, and then, like, each fluffy, like, branch bunch would have a name of a color on it, and it would be, like, a pink tree, but then it would be, like, blue, or this, or that, or, like, something weird along the lines of, like, complementary colors or something. I don't know, it was, like, there was tons of stuff going on this wall, but I do remember a tree. And then I think there was, like, circles where it'd be, like, that freaked me out just because there was a giant flash, and it probably wasn't lightning, but it kind of looked like something just, like, popped. Like, if you went, pew. That was weird. Anyways, that was outside. That was just, out my window. Like, what is that? Why is that? Oh, okay. Well, that part's a tree leaf, like, swooshing in the wind over a light, but that was actually really weird because that was just, like, it lit up the sky, although there's a lot of trees, so I don't actually know what that was. Anyways, so colors. That was scary a little bit. Like, I was like, I hope to God it's not aliens. Wow, why would I say that? No, just ignore me. Okay, colors. So it was like circles with complementary colors, so it'd be like an orange circle would have the word blue in it, and then the blue circle would have the word orange in it, so something along those lines where it was weird, and you were like, why? And I remember actually telling some kids, like, this whole theory about, like, why do you see color the way you see color, and I tried to explain it to them, and it's like my whole life I've been trying to explain things to people that act like I'm trying to teach them. There was another flash. No, I don't think there's any kind of, like, lightning storm out there or not, but that was bizarre. Although, I mean, technically that's kind of in the vicinity of where someone's house is behind the trees, so maybe that'll be, like, near their roof. No, that's way higher than their roof, so that's weird. That's gotta be something to do with the sky, but that was such a weird, bizarre, it was like, pew, pew, and it kind of, like, shot in, like, a, anyways, I don't want to get too distracted, because seriously, there's gonna be, like, 10 videos, and I'm gonna just be, like, crying. Okay, so yeah, I used to try and explain to kids, things like that. Where it's like you might be seeing color differently than other people see color, but you wouldn't know that the color is different because you were taught that it's that color. Like, if, okay, this is blue, and we all know it's blue because you were taught that it was blue. But just for the sake of the right now, I'm gonna change all these colors. Okay, so if you were being taught colors and someone said, hey, this is purple, you would be like, yeah, that's purple. And then if they were like, yeah, this is red, you would be like, oh yeah, that's red. And you would learn that this is red. So, I mean, which is funny too, because actually you could so fuck up the new generations of small little, like, tots, is you could, like, get a toddler and then you could homeschool it for its whole fucking life, right? Like, or you could, yeah, you could, like, adopt a baby and homeschool it for its whole fucking life, and it would literally believe whatever you tell it. So basically that's why, yeah, actually don't do that, that fucking sucks. It kind of, I don't know, it's questionable. If you taught the kid the right principles in life, they would survive and make it and be a good, like, they could be evil or bad, like, not be a good person, but I'm saying good as in, like, standard model person, no, or like average satisfactory model type person, maybe, as in good person. Because if you taught them a ton of weird shit, but as long as you taught them the fundamentals of life, like, oh, if someone makes fun of you, laugh it off with a joke, or, like, things like this, I mean, you would teach them to be, like, chivalrous, or whatever you teach them, right? You could do it. It would be kind of cool. Like, a theory of someone who's completely alien to this world, but fits in perfectly. Because if they were able to knock off, like, just, it wouldn't, like, if you taught them that the world couldn't faze them unless they let it faze them, then they would grow up into this weird person teaching weird things, but being totally, like, chill, you know what I mean? Like, you could teach someone that the colors are weird, like, the different colors, and then they would grow up believing that those are the colors, and then you could teach them other things too, like, you could teach them how to talk backwards, or some, like, weird, bizarre, whatever you wanted to teach them. I'm getting real off topic with my life views on why, what is life, you know? Like, just what is life? I feel like that's been my catchphrase for, like, this whole year, is just what is life? Which is probably a good thing. Ew, gross. I think I, like, popped acne on my neck because that wasn't blood, that was, like, clear, or maybe I squished a bug, I don't know. Screaming. Anyways, okay, so it's already been 13 minutes of absolute bullshit, which means I'm gonna have to stop the video soon because I think I still have a 15 bloody fucking minute, like, stopper on my videos, which I hate so much. All because I decided to show my fucking man titties and tell people to fuck off because it was skin. I still hate everybody. Okay. I'm just gonna try my best to completely disregard whatever went on in this video and get back to my main topic. I'm so probably not sorry. Just bear with me if you decide to actually make it this far. That's up to you. Again, do you, right? I mean, I don't know why you would waste this much time on me, or why I waste this much time on myself. Although I feel like, you know, if you really tried hard enough, you could probably, like, make it through my videos pretty easily. Because, I mean, obviously I make them, and they've been going on for about a year and a half now, 2 years maybe, and yeah, actually every video is like 15 minutes, so fucking good luck. RIP.